Hey billionaires, today we're going to be cooking in the kitchen. On tonight's menu, it is going to be baked chicken with cream of chicken, rice, and broccoli. So this is me showing y'all what I'm going to be using. I have a pack of chicken thighs and a pack of chicken wings, and then I have cream of chicken and cream of chicken with herbs. And this video is brought to you by Publix because that's where we got these items from. No, they did not sponsor me. So this is me grabbing my baking pan out of the oven. It's just easier to store it there. I would put it under the pots and pans and baking utensils cabinet, but it's just easier for me to know where it's located at. And then I'm preheating my oven to 400. So now it's time to open up the chicken, and then I realized I should probably get something to put the chicken in so that I can clean it. So after I got done opening this pack, I just grabbed a mixing bowl out so that I can put the chicken in the mixing bowl. So I'm gonna put each piece of the thighs and the wings in the same bowl because why not? It's all gonna get cleaned the same exact way. And I like to clean as I go, so after I opened up that pack of chicken and put it in the bowl, I just threw the pack in the garbage. And like I said, clean as you go. That way you don't have to clean up after you're done with everything. And y'all, I did not have to cook growing up. I'm the type of person, when you tell me to clean the chicken or clean the meat, I would have originally maybe used some dish soap because I've never had to do anything like this. But I did not use dish soap. I 100% only cleaned my meat with water. Some people like to use vinegar and all that. I don't need to do all that. I'm just going to clean it with water. Some people don't even clean their meat at all, and that is 100% up to them. How you cook in your kitchen is 100% up to you. So I drained all of that water out, and I just repeated this process all over again. And you always want to wash your hands after you're done doing every single thing. So that is what I did. I did take a food handler's course a while ago when I used to work at a food warehouse. So next I'm going to cut up my vegetables. Now I did not have any other vegetables from the store, so I just used an onion and it still came out really, really good. Normally when I have baked chicken, I like to use a bell pepper, but my boyfriend did not get the bell pepper from the store. So we're going to make this work with just onions. Now, if you would have caught me maybe about a year or so ago, I would never use a knife because growing up, I was always told you're not supposed to use a knife because with my medical condition, if I cut myself, then it would be very bad. So they told me not to use a knife as a kid. Something about if I cut myself, I would lose a lot of blood that I was not supposed to be losing or something like that. My mama could tell y'all down in the comments. So this is me spreading my onions at the bottom of the pan. I'm a lot more comfortable with cooking now because I did watch my dad and my grandma cooking growing up, but I wasn't really paying attention. So my boyfriend has been teaching me how to cook. So that is what I'm doing. And when I was cutting the onions, my eyes started watering. I don't like that at all because my eyes are sensitive. So this is me trying to get my life together after cutting the onions. Come on, girl, get it together so you can get finished cooking. So remember, do everything as you go. So once I was done cutting my onions, I grabbed a little baggie to put it back in the refrigerator until I needed it again. So I started spreading some more of the onions on the bottom of the pan so that it can give the bottom of the chicken flavor too. Now it's time to go in that spice cabinet. This is what scares me because I'm always told that I either use way too much seasoning or not enough seasoning. So this is going to be my best friend, this chicken pollo or whatever it's called. I love some seasoning salt. That's what I over seasoned or under season all the time. So that's just me looking to see what all I want to add. It's really to my discretion on what all I want to add because my base is normally just onion powder and garlic powder and some seasoning salt, but I think I wanted to add like something else, so that's me grabbing every other thing. I used some Italian seasoning, and then we went over there to season everything. And I like to look at the color changing of the when you season, so I can be able to judge how much seasoning I'm using, since I most of the time either over season or under season. So now I've been trying to like judge based off the color change or like how everything looks on the meat or whatever I'm seasoning. So I have no specific order in which I'm grabbing this chicken out of this mixing bowl, but we're just going to grab it and place it evenly across the baking pan and on top of the onions that I cut. So as you can see, I am washing my hands again because you have to wash your hands a lot when you're cooking in the kitchen so that you don't cross-contaminate and so that you don't get yourself sick. You always want to make sure you wash your hands. So that is what I'm doing. So I did notice that I needed some more onion for the top of the chicken. So I went back, grabbed my onion out of the refrigerator, re-peeled the onion because I only peeled one side. So we did use a whole onion for this recipe. So this time was 100% worse than the first time I was cutting the onions. I even had to take my glasses off because my eyes were completely burning and watering. So I took my glasses off and then I got started on seasoning. And first I'm gonna start off with something that I always do too much of, so I'm gonna pay attention this time. I'm starting off with the seasoning salt. Then I'm gonna do some of this Italian seasoning. Now, I was also told that you can add as much of the extra seasonings as you want, just not a lot of seasoning salt or salt. So this is either onion powder or garlic powder. They both look the same to me in the video. I wouldn't be able to tell you which one it is I'm actually using. Then I'm going in with either the onion powder or garlic powder again. And then I'm going in with some granulated garlic powder. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get back to y'all and see what this is. Yes, it is exactly what I said. So come to find out, I basically used the same thing. I don't know. Something about this tall jar just gives me it was different. And then I'm going to show y'all what this is as well. So this is Knorr chicken bouillon, and it saves my life with this recipe because it adds like a little flavor to it, a chicken flavor to it, and it makes it taste a lot better. And this me going back in with a little more seasoning salt, because something about me, I don't want my meat and stuff to be under seasoned. I'd rather it be over seasoned, but I did not over season it. I'm so happy about myself. So I'm literally putting everything back as I go. And then I realized I wanted to use some of this caramelized onion butter. Everything Kinder's just makes everything a lot better. I don't know why, but Kinder's be so good. So I did use this caramelized onion butter for the recipe. And this is me going to put the last bit of stuff back in the spice cabinet. So now that I have everything seasoned, I'm going back in, mixing everything in to make sure that it's in like covered all over the place and not just sprinkled on where I sprinkled it at. And I even be seasoning like the actual pan so that when I put the water in, it gets down. And let me smell in my hands. I always like to smell my seasonings and smell my hands afterwards. But this is me washing my hands again. Y'all are gonna see me wash my hands maybe, I don't know how many more times throughout the video, but literally I wash my hands throughout this whole process. I was looking for the garlic, but I don't know where it disappeared to. It is the minced garlic that comes in the jar already, but I did decide to stop looking. This is me grabbing some water to put it in the pan. And I like to drizzle my water in the pan in all the right places because I feel like it adds more flavor. Now I'm going to grab my foil out of the cabinet and put my foil on top of my baking pan so that when I put it in the oven, all of the flavors can get all mixed in and it can like make the seasonings and stuff lock in with the chicken. So my oven was already preheated. Thank God, because it takes a while. It always takes a while for your oven to get heated. So while I was doing all that, by the time I got ready to put my chicken in the oven, it was already hot and ready to go. So me, I'm not good at judging when to take your stuff out. So I'm setting a timer so that I can know when my chicken is cooked enough for me to add the cream of chicken and the cream of chicken with her herbs on. So I set the first timer to 30 minutes. I like my chicken well done. I don't like it to be soggy, wet, or slippery. I like my stuff cooked thoroughly. So I'm going to put the first timer on 30 minutes, and that is it inside of the oven. I just realized we don't have any oven mitts because we have to get new ones, and I threw the old ones away at the old house. So I'm gonna find something, and y'all don't talk about me in the comments. So I found one of my little leg warming slippers and in a shirt that I'm not using or haven't used in a very long time. And then this is me uncovering the chicken to see what state the chicken is in. So it is still a little bit white, so I'm gonna leave it in for a little bit longer, maybe like 15 more minutes, 15 to 20 more minutes, and then I'm gonna come back and add the cream of chicken and the cream of chicken with herbs. So this is me this is me opening the can with the can opener. And the ironic thing, I wasn't supposed to tell y'all this, but how ironic, the things that I'm using or said I didn't have in this video, I ended up grabbing some oven mittens and kitchen towels and an electric can opener. Shout out to my mama because she bought me a lot of stuff for my house after this video. She don't even know I was needing this in this video, and I recorded the video the night before we went to the store to grab everything. I'm gonna show y'all a little haul at the end of everything that she got for me to go in my kitchen, the things that I was missing. So I grabbed the smaller mixing bowl so that I can mix I'm gonna call it sauce, so I can mix the sauce up before pouring it onto the chicken. You always want to mix it up still, even though it already is pre-canned and they already pre-mixed everything themselves. You still gotta add your own little stuff on to the taste that they already have. So yeah, I poured it into the mixing bowl, and now I'm looking for a fork because I want it to like mix properly. I don't like to use spoons when I mix things because sometimes the spoon catches most of your flavor. So I'm gonna use a fork to mix everything with. And you want to make sure you mix it really good, because sometimes if it's too thick still, it will hold all of your sauce into like a ball, and it won't be able to stretch out and spread across the whole baking pan. So you want to make sure that it is stretched out enough. So this is me getting the rest out of the cans. So then I'm going to come in with the seasonings to add more flavor. Well, the salt and the pepper to add a little more flavor into the mix. So this is me checking on my chicken, and I'm seeing that it is turning the color that I want it to turn. I'm going to use 2 of these boiling bag rice. So this is like the easiest way to make rice. So now I'm looking for a pot that I can boil some water in before I put my rice bags into the pot. So you literally, all you have to do is boil the water, make sure it's bubbling first, and then add your bags of rice into the water, and it's literally going to do everything itself. So I'm going to grab also a steamed broccoli bag that is already seasoned and already made. All you have to do is throw it in the microwave for as long as you want to. This is literally the easiest way to do your vegetables. I mostly like fresh vegetables, but like for accessibility and easiness and less time consuming, you want to grab this broccoli steamed in a bag and go this route. So this is my rice after it was boiled and in the pot, and I just took it out, drained the water, and then I put it into the pot. That is what one looks like, and this is what 2 bags look like. And then this is what my chicken is looking like. It was so tender and falling off the bone. So I was getting ready to pour the mixture onto the chicken. I actually think I let it sit for like 15 to 20 more minutes. I don't know. It's something about very, very, very well done that makes it a lot better. So now that it was out of the oven, finally, I went on ahead and I poured the cream of chicken and the cream of chicken with herbs on top of the chicken because I'm going to let it sit in the oven some more. So totally, I think I let the chicken cook in the oven for like an hour and 10 or maybe even 20 minutes. I just calculated it. I let my chicken sit in the oven with the sauce and everything included for an hour and 40 minutes. And this is what it was looking like. Now it looks like it is ready to come out of the oven because the sauce actually looks blended enough for it to come out. Look at that. It just looks so good, and it was so good. So now it is time to plate everything. I'm starting off with my rice, and then I'm going to go in with some of this cream of chicken sauce to go on top of the rice. And my boyfriend likes a lot of gravy, so that is what I'm doing for his. I'm putting like the little cream of chicken gravy on top of his rice. A lot of it at that, and so I think it's a lot. It's never enough. So then I started off doing mine now. Then I'm going to add the chicken to the plate. So I started off with his thigh, and then I gave him a wing. Look at how tender that chicken is. And then I gave myself 2 wings. I like the smaller pieces of the wing. I don't like too much meat. And then you want to go back and add more cream of chicken on top of your chicken. And now I'm going to take my steamed broccoli and plate that as well. And that is what everything is looking like. Man, it was so good. He said I cooked this the best that I ever cooked it. So I'm guessing that is a good thing. I'm so happy to hear that. And then this was dessert. This is a cinnamon bun from Buc-ee's. It is so good. You only want to warm it up just a little bit because it melts on its own into the heat from the other areas. And that is it. Thank y'all for watching. And thank you so much to my mama for purchasing a few things for us to have in our kitchen and living room. So I got these pots and pans and baconware holders. I got these kitchen towels. I got these food storage containers, an electric can opener, and some couch pillows.